Now, let me introduce my good friend and a good friend who's been a friend of mine for quite some time. I've done multiple interviews with him in various capacities. And the last interview that I did with Tapan was when I was doing a strategic conversation with him, which was more not like a strategic conversation, but became more like a friendly conversation, but was liked by all. So today's keynote address is by Tapan Singhel. Today we have Tapan Singhel. Tapan is one of the most revered leaders in the industry who has risen through the rank and files of the organization. He has worked across the length and breadth of the country in different capacities in the general insurance domain. And many people close to him claim that he can feel the pulse of the GI market, of the general insurance market. One of the few leaders who has demonstrated the capability to see beyond the bend, even in very uncertain times, and successfully steered the organization with his leadership mantle. He is responsible for many path-breaking transformations in his organization and has been a thought leader in the general insurance industry. We request him to share his thoughts on advanced digital solutions as future levers for claims transformation. Over to you, Tapan.
Thank you, Suresh, for the kind words. First and foremost, I'm thinking, what am I doing here? No, all this galaxy of stars you put together, all experts in their field, and then you call me. I think it's a funny position to be in. So I have a live guy telling about claims in general insurance. Then I have all the CTOs, CIOs, and all the claims experts sitting on the other side, and we will talk about claims. I think I should be sitting and listening to everybody. That is what I feel is the right forum to be. But very, very impressed with all the galaxy of stars that we have here. So instead of getting into technicality, let me pose some questions and let us see what we have to solve in the industry, because that is what is more critical. And then we get aligned to what exactly are we doing, are we in the right path or not, and how can we make a difference? And in today's context, where do we stand? So let's look at the GI industry. It's a very funny industry. Combined ratio for the industry, I think all of us are aware, it's close to 120, 115%. And it has been there for what now close to 14 years, in a row. Nowhere in the world GI industry has had such high combined ratio, but across the world, most places you'll find the GI industry does not make much money. Either it loses money or it does not make much money. That's it. Now let's go to any common person in the street and ask him what is his opinion about insurance company. So what do you guys would say? All of you are studying insurance. What does the common person say on the street? Chor hai, claim nahi dete hain, ekdam, don't trust them at all. Now, there are two real facts. Yeah, first fact is industry is losing money 14 years in a row. Not losing money like crazy. Quite a few companies are going belly up. Solvency issues are coming through. No regulator is worried. And you hear finance minister talk about getting more capital for the industry. It is that bad. And how do you lose money? When you're paying claims. Yeah. And here the common person says, chor hai, claim nahi dete. Like, these guys are thieves, thugs, they don't pay claims. Now, did we ever think that how come are we in a situation like this? Industry is paying claims to the nose. It's dying its own death paying claims. And the common person street feels they guys don't pay claim. Did we ever think as experts, why is it so? Why does this sound so very, very interesting to have these two dimensions in this perspective? So let me take you back to the birth of the insurance industry to understand why is it so. Insurance industry got created simply as a pool of money by many paid to somebody to pay claim to XYZ when what is written in the contract gets triggered. Yeah. A claim happens. But the onus is on this person or this company that they better verify that the claim falls within the contract and it is not a fraud. Otherwise, these guys are going to throw away public money, and nobody trusts them. So now let us say you are this person or you are this company who has got public money, and the onus is on you that whoever you pay to is genuinely a right claimant and the trigger is within the contract. So what do? Moment somebody lodges a claim, you start with distrust. So you eliminate all points which you think can go wrong before you pay the claim. Now you're doing your duty because that is what you're supposed to do. From a customer's perspective, that's the worst customer experience that you can ever get. You lodge a claim and you're paid for it, And the insurance company started asking you, 2 बजे रात को कहाँ से आ रहे थे? दारू पिए थे? कौन साथ में था? कौन से पब से आ रहे थे? किस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में हुआ? टोल बूथ का वो लाए क्या बिल? You are thinking, my car has been accident. Please pay me the claim. No, finish it off. What the hell are you guys wasting time on? Asking the stupid questions. But we have been doing this for hundreds of years without questioning as to why we do this. And that reminds me of the very popular old story of monkeys in a room. I think all of you must have heard there was this particular poll in which banana was kept, and this is a real-time experiment, and monkeys were left. So the moment a monkey tried to catch the banana, all of them would sprayed with cold water. So the moment we tried it, others would pull the person down because they knew the moment the guy goes up, they would get sprayed with cold water. One by one, all the monkeys were replaced, and the cold water spraying has stopped. Now the new bunch of monkeys had no clue why, but the moment a monkey tried to get up the banana, the rest would pull the person down. And they had no clue why. Yeah, we are that new bunch of monkeys in the room. We have no clue why, but we process and settle claims in that similar manner for something which was valid 100 years back. So let us say we have to solve this problem in the industry. We have to solve this problem in the industry, and we have to say that, okay, fair enough. People on the street should say, wow, it's good to be insured. These guys pay claims. They pay it super fast, and they do all the right stuff. Yeah. And I have full trust on them. I just walk in and I insure and I got my claim. No, we're already paying claims. We're bleeding to death paying claims. Now, what is this gap? Why can't we do that? And the frauds, why can't it be managed in a way that the front-end customer doesn't even know that we have done all the analytics? So it's not about just payment of claims. It's just not about digitization in terms of processes in which we just look at samples of particular parts and say, okay, this is fine, this matches, this is the cost. No, it is about, can the claim be paid at a hyper speed where the customer has no friction? So let's stop here. Now let's look at how the industry around us is evolving. Let's look at how the industry in terms of what's happening. Let's look at the Amazons, Flipkarts of the world. Let's look at the Ubers, and the Olas of the world. And let's look at these. What have they done in their experience management for the customer? Immediate gratification, complete frictionless, and customer service to the level. And now all these are stories, where the front end, the first guy who picks up the call is able to, sort it out completely. Even be it a return or there's a very popular story about this particular lady who was to buy computer parts, which is only sold online, but she didn't have a online computer. She would call up and buy those parts. And then this company actually sends a computer over for her so that she could do the shopping. That's a different thing. They got huge mileage on that. But customer behavior is changing and expectation is changing to this level. So one, we have a problem where we start looking at claims with distrust. Second, the industry around us where the customer interacting is changing to a complete frictionless environment where it is just now immediate gratification, immediate satisfaction. That is the second data point that would want you to have. Third point is when Suresh mentioned the resistance of change of GI industry for tech. Now, there also I have an interesting story to talk about. It is not resistance change. So I asked a lot of people this question. Let's say you're an IT guy, and you're, let's say, the TCS or the Infosys or the IBMs of the world, or you are, whoever, big guy in the IT industry. So where would you go and try and innovate and give solutions to? Which industry would you go? Industries which has tons of money to offer you. If I'm a sales guy, I'm not going to go to an industry which is bleeding to death and there's hardly any money to pay. The moment I go to them, they start negotiating. I say 100 crores, they say ki 50 lakh mein karoge kya? No. That is how the discussion starts. So if you look at all the innovations, which if you look at banking is the one which people talk about, happen in industries where they had huge margins, in terms of profit. And to be fair, that is where the tech team actually went. Now, after that was exhausted as a profit pool for them, then they come to industries which don't have much margins, and that is where the general insurance industry comes to picture. So it's a natural flow. Now you put these three data points together, and the fourth one is again a very interesting thing: the culture of startup. I love this. I think Ganesh now also, he's leading so many startups and is doing that. And Suresh, we heard him. I love this culture of startup. So we have a lot of brilliant young mind which are trying to solve issues. So what is the first thing we teach the startup guys? Let's say somebody comes to us for mentorship. What startup we should do? Say identify where is thick margin, where is inefficiency, and crack that, and you will make your $1 billion unicorn. No, I think that is the first thing that we teach any startup. No. Now with these 4 points, put it together, and the magic moment has arrived. You have this brilliant boys and girls who are trying to solve an industry issue. You have the IT companies now showing keen interest into the general insurance world. You have this consumer who wants things right now and has no patience for your lengthy discussion about where it was he or she at 2 a.m. and how did the car meet an accident. They have no patience. Those days are gone where you sit together, have conversation for hours together. No, now right now is right now. Please, what is it? Yes, no, yes, so that's it. And we are industry which realizes that this is not the way you can build a real great industry, in which you start with distrust. Look at customers now. Put all this thing together, and you have all the tools right now. I think we have heard about, and a lot of our companies do this. We use this blockchain, the web aggregator, and the flight aggregator to pay claims for flight delay, even if the customer knows it. No, I think most of you know this by now. I think this is being done by most companies. I think we are one of the first to do it also. So you have this trip delay claim. So a trip delay happens, and we already have the data come to us, and you offer the customer claim on by message, and the customer not even lodge a claim. No? Or you have this automobile claims now. Accident happens, click pictures, upload, and 10 minutes time the money gets settled. No? I think we're already reaching there. Can we look at all the claims complete frictionless? Frictionless, not even 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. No? Can the car itself tell what damage has happened? Do you think the time is right for that? So we're still talking of car claims where customer gets done, click pictures, uploads, and 10 minutes time sell claim, and we say, wow, man, we are arrived. We arrived. We can sell car claim in 10 minutes time. And you know why is this excitement? Because in the year 2000, which is just about 20 years back, if you had a car claim, and I think most of you are young, but I think Ganesh should remember, Suresh should remember, if you had a car claim, and you got a claim in 4 months' time, you were super excited. And that 4 months also, you had to carry the bumper, headlights to the insurance company's office, and there would be a claim clerk who would tally the photograph and the bumper and headlight in the office, and then you would settle, go and deposit in a salvage office, and then you claim it. In 4 months' time, you got a car claim and you're super happy. Today in 10 minutes, and I'm still not happy. Because now, when I look at my new cars, the cars that I buy, they're super intelligent. The car can itself send me data, but what has got lost. And I have Surinder here from the OEM. Why is Surinder not doing this? Why does he still want to do cashless in his dealership? Why can't Surinder tell the car to tell me how much I have to pay Surinder, or the owner of that car? Why are you not going there? What is it? We are happy with incremental stuff. We're happy with this stuff. We're not really looking at how tech is moving. I mean, startups also, we're still looking at the section in which we are talking and very happy. 10 minutes. Now, sorry, say, boss, 4 minutes, to hell with it. As a customer, 4 minutes has no relevance for me. Frictionless right now, 0 minute. Just get it done for me. Yeah? Get it done for me. I think that time has come. Tech is there, investment is there, startup is there. I think I don't want to take much of your time. I just wanted you to know, just instigate these thoughts in you, put in this 4 or 5 scenarios which we are combined together. You have brilliant minds. Let's transform the industry. Let India be the first in the GI world to transform it. And if you think it's a problem of India, let me again give this answer. It's a very funny incident which I had. When we were setting up Bajaj Allianz in the year 2001, I clearly remember my German friend was there. I was sitting with him and I was telling him over a couple of drinks that look here in India, joining insurance industry is pretty bad. When I joined, my mother was crying and she felt her son has become completely useless because useless fellows, good for nothing, join insurance industry here. So he laughed. He said, no, in Germany it's very different. When you're useless, you become a bartender. When you fail as a bartender, you join an insurance company. So I think the scenario is the same across the world. Can we as India lead and do this transformation, create this frictionless experience for the customer and use our brain beyond incremental thinking, use tech and the brilliant minds to come out with solutions that nobody is thinking about and transform the way people do industry. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.